Attention passionate Cleveland, BROWNS FANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Cleveland Browns' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Cleveland, BROWNS FANS. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, if you've been paying close attention to the Cleveland Browns lately, you've probably noticed that things aren't exactly smooth sailing at the quarterback position. And let's be honest, that's been the case for quite a while, especially since the start of this season. The Browns, a team with so much talent, so much potential, are once again facing uncertainty at one of the most crucial spots on the roster. And the story that's been making headlines, stirring debates among fans and analysts alike, revolves around none other than Joe FLACCO. Yes, Joe FLACCO, the veteran quarterback brought in to stabilize the position, to provide leadership and experience, but who, as it turns out, might be more of a liability at this point in his career than an asset. When the Browns signed FLACCO, many assumed he'd be a steadying force, especially considering the brutal schedule they faced early on. It's no secret that the AFC North is a tough division, filled with powerhouse defenses and relentless pass rushes. The Browns needed someone reliable, someone who could step in and manage the game, avoiding costly mistakes, while allowing the team's other weapons to thrive. FLACCO, with his veteran presence, seemed like the logical choice. But after just 3 weeks into the season, it's painfully clear that the results haven't been up to expectations. And this isn't just fans griping. It's a harsh reality that's been echoed by many experts and insiders, including the sharp-eyed analyst Adam Gerstenhaber. Gerstenhaber, well known for his candid and no-holds-barred analysis, took to the ultimate Cleveland sports show to deliver a scathing critique of FLACCO's performance. And folks, what he said was pretty brutal. He didn't hold back. According to him, Joe FLACCO, it's unfortunate but he is not good at football. That's a pretty strong statement coming from someone who's watched plenty of NFL tape and analyzed quarterbacks for years. Gerstenhaber went on to say that FLACCO, at best, had about 8 seconds of decent play in 2023, but beyond that, he's been quite a disappointment for over a decade. His words: "Almost every throw he makes is bad, he can't move, he's old. He's not accurate anymore, he stinks, I love him. He's terrible, get him out, Gabriel can't be worse." Now, I know what some of you might be thinking, harsh words, right? But sometimes, in the world of professional football, brutal honesty is what's needed to cut through the noise. And the truth is, FLACCO's struggles aren't just about a bad few games, they're about a pattern that's been developing for years. Yes, he had a remarkable career highlight with the Ravens, winning a Super Bowl and earning accolades along the way, but the NFL is a league that evolves rapidly. What worked years ago doesn't always translate into consistent success today, especially as a player gets older and loses some of that quickness, accuracy, and decision-making sharpness. And here's the kicker: Kevin Stefanski, the Browns' head coach, doesn't seem to have full confidence in FLACCO either. It's evident in the way he's been managing the quarterback situation. Stefanski has kept FLACCO on a short leash, probably to avoid putting the ball in harm's way and to prevent costly turnovers. It's a logical move from a coaching perspective, especially when your team needs to maximize every opportunity to win. But the problem is, when a quarterback isn't given the freedom to operate within his natural instincts, it can severely limit his effectiveness. FLACCO, for all his experience, seems constrained, and that's not a good sign for a team that's aiming high. The Browns, as many of you know, have a talented roster. They've got a solid defense, a potentially explosive offense led by their playmakers, and a coaching staff that's capable of making smart adjustments. But they need their quarterback to be a stabilizing presence. Right now, that's not quite happening. The hope is that FLACCO can hold things down for a few more weeks until Dillon Gabriel, the promising young quarterback, gets his shot to take over the reins. Gabriel's been waiting patiently, learning behind the scenes, and many believe he could be the future of Cleveland's quarterback room. But if FLACCO continues to struggle, if his accuracy and decision-making don't improve, it's going to be very hard for Stefanski and the Browns to justify sticking with him for much longer. You see, in the NFL, especially in a division as competitive as the AFC North, every game counts. The The Browns are still in the thick of things, but time is running out to find consistency at quarterback. And the stark reality is that FLACCO's limitations could hold the team back from reaching their full potential. It's a tough pill to swallow, but sometimes honesty has to come first. The Browns, with their roster talent, should be aiming for a deep playoff run, maybe even a shot at the Super Bowl. But they can't do that if they're stuck with a quarterback who's no longer performing at a high level, no matter how much experience he brings. Now, looking at the bigger picture, this situation with FLACCO isn't just about one player or one game. It's about the long-term strategy of the Browns and how they plan to contend in a highly competitive AFC. The division is stacked, with teams like the Ravens, Bengals, and Steelers all fighting fiercely for supremacy. The Browns have been trying to build something sustainable, something that can last for years to come. And that's why the quarterback position is so critical. They need someone who can elevate the team, make smart decisions, and be a reliable leader on the field. In recent seasons, Cleveland has shown flashes of greatness, but inconsistency at quarterback has often been their Achilles heel. That's why the debate about FLACCO's effectiveness is so heated right now. It's not just about one game or one bad stretch, it's about the future of the franchise. Can FLACCO turn things around? Will Stefanski give Gabriel the chance he deserves sooner rather than later? These are questions that every Browns fan is asking themselves right now, and the answers will shape the team's trajectory for the rest of the season and beyond. As we look ahead, there are a lot of reasons to be cautiously optimistic. The Browns have a talented roster, a strong coaching staff, and a lot of young players who are eager to make their mark. But the quarterback situation remains a lingering concern. The team's success depends heavily on that position, and right now, it's a bit of a question mark. The coaching staff and management will need to make some tough decisions in the coming weeks, balancing short-term stability with long-term growth. And for fans, it's a nerve-wracking but exciting time because the potential is there for this team to really shine, provided they can find stability at quarterback. In the end, Cleveland Browns fans, what's clear is that the team's future hinges on the quarterback position. FLACCO's struggles, as harsh as they may sound, highlight how fragile that stability can be. If he can't improve, if the accuracy and decision-making don't get better, then the Browns will need to move quickly to give Gabriel the opportunity he's been waiting for. And that move might be the key to unlocking the team's full potential, to finally breaking through the division and making a serious playoff run. It's a high-stakes game, and everyone involved knows it. So, as we continue to monitor this situation, keep your eyes on the Browns' practices, their game plans, and most importantly, on how Kevin Stefanski manages this quarterback dilemma. Because the coming weeks could be pivotal, not just for Joe Flacco, but for the entire franchise. The hope is that the Browns can navigate this rough patch, find their rhythm, and set themselves up for a successful season. But if the struggles persist, we might see some big changes sooner rather than later. The AFC North is unforgiving, and the Browns can't afford to fall behind. And now, Cleveland Browns fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Cleveland Browns. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Cleveland Browns news. Thanks for joining us, and let's keep that passion alive as we support our team through thick and thin.